Hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing great. So I'm excited to talk about this um, early admission. Some of you are so impatient and you don't want to wait. January is too far, but the good news is you can apply to this university as early as next month. That's this coming week, okay? Um, but that doesn't mean you are moving to Finland in January if you're admitted. No. It means that at least for the early admission, you have enough time. Studies begin in August 2026 as well. So I am saying as well because those of you who are still waiting for the joint application in January is still the same as August. Okay. So now let me address this before I move forward about the application fee. All right. I've been seeing the comments about the application fee. I know it's all confusing, but I want to make this clear. This is how it works. For example, when you apply to this university, this LUT universities university that I'm about to go run through this website with you. If you apply to this early admission and you pay an application fee of 100 euros, that's if you are coming from outside the EU and EEA, all right? So you pay an application fee of 100 euros. What will happen is when you apply to other universities, let's say separate admissions, maybe in November or December, or even the joint application in January, or supplementary application that's after January, maybe in March or June or April, you will not pay anything. I take it again. This is how it works. You pay an application fee for studies that begin in August or September. You understand? You pay once. If you want to apply during the autumn joint application, which is in September, and you are supposed to move to Finland in January, then you have to pay another. So it depends when you're supposed to start your studies. So if you are applying for studies that begins in autumn, so that's like August, September, then any application with the focus on studies in autumn, which is August, September, you're not supposed to pay. So now, when school resumes and like you're here already, but you are not taking, and now you want to try the autumn joint application and move here in January, then you need to pay a new application fee. That's how it works. So if you pay an application fee now, when you're applying in November, when you're applying in December, when you're applying in January, as long as you're supposed to move here in the fall, you're not paying extra or an additional application fee again. So it's paid once per season. But if you are done with all the application and you're like, okay, I didn't make it, I want to apply in September so that I'll move in January, then you need to pay another application fee. I hope it's clear enough. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, but I just want to clear that. So you can apply now and you use the same to different universities, the joint application in January as well. You don't have to pay twice. That's it. Okay, so this is Lod University. I've talked about this university before on my channel when I was talking about affordable universities. And this was one of the universities that I talk about. I still want to talk about this university again because they have this early admission that starts on the 1st of October. So it begins on the 1st of October 2025 at 8 o'clock, and it ends on October 8th at 3 o'clock. So approximately 1 week, I think. Yeah. So all Load Masters programs they're included except for Circular Economy and Data-Centric Engineering program, and studies starting at the end of August 2026. So if you're applying or if you're interested in Load University, then they have the early admission. But if you still have to put your documents together, you're not ready, there's no problem because they have the regular admission. So normally they have this date from the 15th of December to the 21st of January. It's open for you to apply. And now all Load Masters programs are included. Studies starting at the end of August as well. So if you want to read more about this, we can just go here and get to know more about this. So what is early admission, when to apply, we already know it. We know all these things, application form. I'm not going to go through all of this, but if you want to, then you can do it on your own. I'll leave a link to the in the description box. Okay, I'll leave the link to this website. So, and then the basics about this, you can also go ahead and look at it. But you know me, I'll first of all check the fees. Let's check fee, tuition fee, and scholarships. That's me. I check because you need to know how much you're paying before you start putting in the work. That's important. So non-EU EEA citizens, they have to pay 15,000 euros per academic year. That's the fee for masters. And they have the early bird discount on scholarship of 5,000 euros, which makes sense anyways. And then that's the LUT scholarship for the second year. This is for the second year. And it depends on you successfully having completing a minimum of 60 credits, which I always say is something that you can do because like you're studying. So if you're progressing in your studies, you still have the 5,000 euros LUT scholarship. But during the first year, all students, okay, you have a 5,000 euros scholarship or early bird discount. So if you do the math, it means 15,000 minus 5,000 euros. It means you'll pay 10,000 euros per academic year. It's very important. All right. So if you want to read more about the refund policy for the fees, you can read it here. But I want us to look at the proficiency in English. If you're applying for technology, if you're applying for social science, if you're applying for communication sciences, if you're applying for business administration. So make sure you check the different requirements for the different programs because they differ anyways. Okay, so for example, I'm looking at business administration. So you just go here, you see the eligibility. So completed in like you must have a bachelor's degree anyways. If you're coming for a master's, it's normal. Okay. And GMAT is also required. So if you have a GPA between 3.50 to 419 on a scale of 1 to 5, and you have the minimum required overall scores for one of the accepted language test result as informed at bachelor's degree in business administration plus GMAT, all that. So you need this, but if you don't have like no GMAT or this general test result is required from you, if you have a GPA of at least 4.20 on a scale of 1 to 5 and you have the higher required overall scores for one of the acceptable language test result as informal bachelor's degree in business administration. So it's good to go through all of this. I'm looking for the English. Okay. So there are general requirements. Okay, English proficiency in English. The requirement for proficiency is in English is directly related to the requirement for the GMAT exam. Okay. Now this is explained case by case under the following session. So basically, you have to take a look at this, the GMAT and everything. For communication sciences, you must prove your proficiency in English language with one of the following. Okay, so the English language test, and if your degree was completed in this one of these countries, then you don't really have to. So let me see. Accepted test. What is the okay, art academic 6.5, TOEFL 90, PTE academic 62, Cambridge English C1 advanced, so pass on all levels, and then Cambridge English C2 proficiency, pass on levels A, B, or C, or level C1 certificate. So yeah, that's it about the English language requirement. So that like there's so much to read about, and also you get to understand it. And if you're applying to programs in the field of technology, I think it's also the same. It's the same thing. You can click here and then you see the accepted language test. And yeah. So let's go through the bachelor programs. Let's see. They also have the admission for bachelor programs, but not on the same date. They have it, I think, in November. Let's go to applying to bachelor programs. Yeah, they have the rolling admission. So they have rolling admission from the 1st of November to the 31st of March 2026. So there's rolling admission, and studies start at the end of August as well. This domestic rolling admission is basically like students that are within Finland, but this is for international students as well. So you can apply to bachelor programs within this date from the 1st of November. But for masters, it's open 1st of October. So let's look at the scholarships for bachelor studies. The first academic year, there are no scholarships available. Okay. For the second academic year, you have 3,000 scholarships, 3,000 euro scholarships. So, yes, the scholarships are granted by the end of October in Asia. I don't know if this has been updated, this information has been updated, but let's see. But, anyways, like I said, I'm just giving a hint about like which university you can apply, which one is open. So that's the purpose of this video. So you can rush to the website and take a look. You know the programs that you really want. You know your budget. So take a look and you make the decision if you want to apply or not. Okay. All right. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please give it a thumbs up, like it, please. Invite your friends and subscribe if you're new here. Okay. So see you when next you see me. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye.